Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Farhan, aka Alpha Tryon, but you can call me Alpha. I am a Canadian game lover from Toronto, and since I grew up in the 80s and 90s, I have a certain love for retro games. I decided to stream on Twitch for a few reasons. Firstly, it was to raise funds for my local children's hospital, Sick Kids, the Hospital for Sick Children. I'm proud to say that I've been able to raise over $20,000 US for them with my annual gaming marathon via Extra Life. Also, I wanted to raise awareness of the neurological disorder which I'm dealing with, multiple sclerosis. MS is currently affecting my dominant arm and hand. They are both weakened and my fingertips have a very limited sense of touch. This affects my gaming ability directly, as it's hard to feel the buttons, accurately move or click the thumbstick, or even use a mouse. Don't get me started on how I have to type for a living as a developer. I have a bad habit of not finishing my games, so I'm hoping that streaming regularly will help me in this area. Finally, I wanted to have a relaxed place for people to come hang out and chat about whatever. My only rules are be nice and no spoilers. Backseat gaming is definitely allowed and encouraged. Come follow me on my journey to go through my huge backlog of games while I try to overcome my minor disability with the controls. And if you can, please donate to my Extra Life campaign as it's hashtag for the kids. Let's get to gaming. Hello? There we go. Voice mod crashed. I just tested it. It had an update. And then I tested it. It worked. Started the stream and it crashed and I didn't know. It was a silent crash. Welcome in. Hello, Chimega. Welcome back to the land of the streaming. It's been a while. Bring this down a bit. How are you? Are you streaming tomorrow? Sweet. Do one of these. Haven't done this in a while. Land of the living, so I'm back here. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah. My intro said a lot of things, but it's out of date. It also said let's get to gaming, but we're not doing the regular gaming thing. We're gonna do what we did last week by donor request. We're gonna do some more coding or scripting, or OBS tutorials, or Streamer.bot tutorials. I need to quickly check one thing. Let me open my Discord here and go to my Extra Life chat channel thingy and see if I have the right thing going on here too. Okay, yeah. So for last year's Extra Life, where I raised funds for Sick Kids, the Hospital for Sick Children, for those of you that don't know, I had a incentive where if you donated a certain amount, that will make me do 2 coding streams. So this is the second one for Lawrence, who is my stepbrother, and it is his birthday. So happy birthday to Lawrence. We had dinner with him on Monday and we had a good time, and I got stuffed. I was stuffed so hard that I passed out when I got home. Like, I didn't even play Street Fighter when I got home. You're cooking while you do this. Nice. What are you cooking, man? What ya cooking? I have something big to show off for show and tell, so stick around for that. And if things go smoothly, we might do a this month in really retro. I haven't really checked the script to see if it's working for this month, but we'll see how it goes. See how it goes. Last day, what did y'all miss? I'm about to post last week's stream onto YouTube. I've edited whatever things I needed to edit. It wasn't that much, but I'm going to add notes, and then I forgot to tell you last stream where I go to get my hot tips for streaming and you know, ideas and all that stuff. So I'll put that in the notes, and that will be up on YouTube for you, hopefully tonight. Cabbage with some garlic, herb, potatoes, and mixed veggies. Hey, that sounds healthy. That sounds healthy. This music is pretty chill too. Did anybody check out EVO this weekend, which is like the biggest Street Fighter / fighting game community tournament of the year in Las Vegas? I saw some of the... Hey Ben, welcome in. I saw some of the things that they showed off, like announcements and stuff like that, and then I watched the grand finals, and it looked pretty fun. I'm gonna check out some more highlights and check out the new Ninja Turtles collab Street Fighter 6 has got going on. I'm doing the current fight pass in Street Fighter 6. I'm currently tier 19 out of 30. I'm doing the free track, and if I get all the way to 30, I'll use the fighter coins to unlock the paid tier, because you get your money back if you get it all done. So why not, right? How couldn't I? Of course. We're all glad to have Kaimaga back. Do a shout out for Ben as well. Next time we do a coding stream, I'm hoping to check out Ben, our very own Ben's OBS, not OBS, a Game Maker Studio tutorial that he has up on the GMS site. I was gonna do that today, but I ran out of time to set stuff up. So we're gonna do some more of this. Oh, speaking of Street Fighter, Rich is in the house. Turtles love, turtles love, turtles love, turtles love pizza. My nephew is in town from Japan, and we showed him the first episode of the TMNT cartoon from the 90s. He was enjoying that. Welcome in, Rich. Something weird is happening with my webcam. Something's like popping. There's a popping going on, and I don't know what's fighting. What's fighting for the cam? Something is happening. Is it my webcam? We'll see. We'll see what's happening. Let me know if you see it. Let's talk about what I owe. Last week we did a coding stream, so I minused 1 from here. We're doing a second one today, so that'll go down to 4. Progress. Maybe next week if we don't do a coding stream, maybe we'll go back up to a game. We'll see how that goes. Otherwise we'll do that Game Maker Studio thing. And I have been looking up TikTok dances. I downloaded TikTok, made the account a while ago, but now I'm once in a while I'm just scrolling through to see what dances are out there and what I could possibly do, what might be fun, what might be hard. I'm going to try to pick a variety of dances for all of you. Something is popping in. Yeah, right? Is it doing it now, like here too? Or is it just in this cam area? Maybe this is something we can solve together as part of the OBS stream. Oh, I'm trapped in the box. Okay, anyways. Thank you for the mark. Those marks help me a lot, by the way, using that mark command. They've been helping me a lot, so thank you, Rich, for using them. And I've also automated a bunch of marks for when things happen, like if I get raided or just things like that. That's something I could also show you on the stream today. So instead of saying, hey, this is something I can show you, how about we get down to it? Get down to the brass tacks. I don't even know what that means. Like, what does that saying mean? The brass tacks. What's wrong with the, I don't know, steel tacks? Or the caltrops? Why don't we get down to the caltrops? Get down to the caltrops. If I can press the button on time. Oh, I still have this on. All right. Oh, there's my there's some Rick and Morty promotion on voice mod. I don't know if we should still be supporting Rick and Morty. I don't know what the drama happened over there. Anyways, so this is where we were last week. I added the chat here. I just docked it here, and then there's a stream information thing here. Maybe we can play with this later on. Yeah, exactly. That's why I said it, Rich. Appropriate for the TMNT theme. I got my Leonardo color over here. We could change that to RAF. So here we got color source. You can either right click it and hit edit, or if you have the properties bar enabled, you can just go here, or you can just select it right from the bar, which is pretty sick. What's a good RAF color? This might be a good RAF. Yeah, let's see. AA and then the O's. Done. We're RAF now. A little too RAF. Anyways, so the chat doesn't seem to be working. Do you see how there's like nothing here? This is kind of buggy today. I kind of killed it. So let's kill the chat on the screen because it's not working. But you know what? If chat is busted, here's a pro tip. You go to custom browser docs, and I'm going to open up my. Where is it? Where's my browser? Here. I'm going to open up my, which I haven't done, where's the music on? I'm going to open up the dashboard, the Twitch dashboard. And I'll show it to you here. My Twitch dashboard. Let's go home. No, Stream Manager. This is my dashboard in a very small desktop window. Oh, that looks brutal. This monitor that I'm streaming is a 1600 by 900. It's not the full 1440p that I normally have. But you can see I have a chat window here. Greatest movie line. I know, right? That's one of the best lines ever. I can actually open this here, pop out chat, and then you can see I have a URL here. So I can copy the URL, close it back, and it pops back in here. Then I could send this to my other window. Boom. And then I could just add it here. Real chat. Baby. Bye-bye, baby. And then I enter the URL. And then hit apply, and boom. Oh, it's going to make me log into Twitch. Okay, well, maybe that's why it's not working. Let's log into Twitch. Logging in. Now I got to do... Oh, you know why? I didn't remember this computer for 30 days when I did this. So let me get my dual authentication thingy. Multi-factor. MFA. Every time I say MFA, I think it's... Anyways, where is it? There we go. Next time I log in, this should be fine. Okay, let's move this back here. Bam. Close this. Everything changed. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Close these. I know this is such an exciting stream, eh, guys? Okay, so we got stream chat back. This is working. This here. This here. I have another window somewhere. Where is it? Docs. Stream information. Docs. Stream information. There it is. So you could stack windows, and then you get a little tab here. That's how you do that. This also, I can move here. This is not what my actual OBS looks like. My actual OBS has stuff everywhere, so I could monitor things as I need. But this is good for this basic thing. You could even reorganize the tabs over here. Cyber Citizen. Oh yeah, Shabibibibin man. Nice. Gotta continue. That's right. Hasn't eaten at a Wendy's since the last time he got food poisoning 20 years ago. Oh my gosh. I love Wendy's. But yeah, it's not... I wouldn't call it the best fast food, but it's good. It's good when you need it, if you know what I mean. All right, so what was I doing? I'm going to take a sip
In 5 minutes, we're gonna have an ad, so we'll probably play what's it called? That game, Words on Stream, which I haven't set up. So maybe I should set that up. Let me go here. Studio mode. Words on Stream. Put that up. Go back to my browser. On Stream. Let's turn the music up a bit. Let me know if that's too loud. All right, Words on Stream is okay now. When do we get there? Alpha at Wendy's. Nah, my Wendy's days was before I started using for my condition. There we go. So we got this this going. We did what did we do? We did something last time, right? We did like EX, and then it gets over here. It gets a little bit opaque. The opacity goes up or down, up. Anyways, then we did a thing like this where it goes back. There you go. And there was a question if you could do it all with one command, and yes, you can. And I don't remember if I did show that last stream, but you can. So you remember I did this thing, this bubble baby game, right? So I wanted to add something to this. So let's say when I go on BRB and the bubble is bouncing, I want to make it a kind of a game for y'all where you can put like lure anywhere on the screen. There'll be like a grid, kind of like Battleship, you know, A1, B2, all that stuff. There'll be a little grid, and then you could, you know, place a lure on the screen. And then my idea was like Yoshi will be kind of walking around the edges of the stream, of the window, the canvas, and then if he comes near a lure, he'll stick his tongue out and try to get the food. But if his tongue hits the bubble, you get a point. Something like that. Something around that idea I wanted to make. So we could actually just start writing the code for, you know, a command for a user placing the lure. Does that sound like fun? Does that sound like something interesting that you might want to do? And we don't have to have this guy crying the whole time. Eat the baby in the face. Yeah. So yeah, maybe we'll do something like that. I haven't even made a lesson plan or anything like that. I thought like maybe this is something we could like just freestyle together, and then clean it up later. We do have an ad starting in 2 minutes, but we can get it started, right? At least get the placement on the screen, so users can place the lure on the screen, right? So this in. No, we don't need to bring that in. Just leave it like this. Again, this doesn't update as often as it should. First, let's do an action. Let's make a new queue, actually, and then we'll call it. What should we call it? Lure. Or a bubble game, right? So we know. Lure. Like an action. An action. And we'll call it place lure. This is fine. Everything else in here is fine. So what do we want to do? We could add some notes in here in the meantime. Sounds like your old uni professors. Wait, what do they do? Place lures? That's shady. I wonder if there's a add comment or arguments. Quote, get random number, miss comment. Look at that. So we could actually comment out our plan here. And in about 42 seconds, we're gonna have an ad. So let's just add one comment. And we'll say, this is when a user places lure for the bubble game. There you go. That's our first comment. Let's start the words on stream. In the meantime, oh yeah, I have a button for that. Boom. Let me know if the music's too loud or if you want more music. Is this working? I'm gonna turn it up. I'm gonna crank it up a bit. Right. We'll come back to that later. So this text is kind of small, eh? I'm wondering if I can make it bigger. Probably can't. So anyways, I put a comment here. It says, this is when a user... My thing is still popping. Might need to play with the drivers later, but as long as it's not bothering you, it should be okay. Yeah, so we're gonna do, the user makes a command, but the command is also gonna take like a grid number. So our canvas is 1080p, right? So 1920 by 1080. Maybe I can make it where there's like an inner grid. What? We're adding to the bubble game, the bubble baby game, because right now it's just a DVD logo bouncing around. So I want to make it more interactive, or just interactive in general. So first thing that we can do is the command. We can add the command. So when a user does something, or when a user says something specifically, it'll I don't know, activate something. So here, let's make a command. Basic include include. What does include do? Include. I'm forgetting what include does, but we can always check the documentation. So let's say the command will be lure, and then there'll be like, you know, A1 or something like that, right? So we'll just do lure for now. There's no groups yet. And then we'll apply it to an action. There's no action yet. Actually, there is an action. The action is place lure. And then we'll make it so, right now we'll make it so just the VIPs can place a lure. VIPs and moderators. And subscribers. Let's go. Let's just do that. And then I'll add myself as well. There you go. Blazer's a VIP and everyone else is a mod. No, Ben is a VIP. So yeah, we can all do it. Everyone that's chatted so far. We'll add a cooldown of, let's say, a minute, but we won't have to add any action. We'll just have a cooldown. Right, the lure. So now that means anytime someone types lure, whatever is in that action will happen, but there's nothing in this action, right? So we can right now say Twitch, chat, send message to channel, and I believe you go user places lure at, and of course this isn't going to be perfect right now, but this is what we kind of want to do. And then here, hold on, we don't have a bot, so it'll have to say broadcaster. Well, I do have a bot, but in this instance of OBS I don't. So it'll be user places lure at, and then we can get information. So what we could do is we can go to the documentation and figure, you know, and just read what we need, or we could use the action queue. So I'm going to go to action history here. I'm going to say lure test, right? And you can see it's already working. Alpha Trion places lure at. So Blazer, there's a cooldown now. So for like 60 seconds, lure won't work. So that's why yours didn't show up. But here, look, we're in the action history. I have placed lure. I'm going to double click it. And then this is all the variables that came out of using that lure command. And I use the word test. So these over here, all of these, I could use any one of these variables, right? So input O, I could use, or I could put input escaped to be a little bit more safe. So I'm actually going to use this. That's the variable. I'm going to copy that. And anyone who is watching this either on Twitch or YouTube, ask me a question either in the comments or in the chat. Like, don't be scared. I might be going too fast just because of my ADHD, or because sometimes I don't know what people think about coding. Like, will it take long, like really long? Will it be short? Because I think it's simple, but I've been coding since I was a kid. So there you go. You're noticing I'm putting these percent signs here. These are like placeholders. And then inside the placeholder, you put the variable name. So you see how it says user over there? Let's go back to the action queue. One of the variables is user, right? So there you see user and username. Username is going to be like your lowercase like login username. Don't worry, it's just your login username, and your password won't be there. This is your Twitch ID, and then over here, this will be your visible username. So in the chat, Blazer Places Lorette, huzzah! There you go. See? Yes, exactly, Rich. It'll escape. It'll escape. Is it URLs? I think it'll just escape URLs and other types of HTML that might be allowed in the chat. You escape life mostly. We could try it out right now, actually. After, you know what? Since I'm the broadcaster, I don't think the space. Yeah, space turns into %20. I think that would be URL encoded. So let's see what input escape does. So since I'm the broadcaster, the cooldown shouldn't affect me. But let's try it. Lure, and then I'll just do like B. Oh, B for bold. Is bold in old school HTML? We're going back to HTML 3.0 here. There we go. B is. So it only go up to that first word, right? Because I did input 0, right? So it's just the first word that I wrote after the lure command. Yeah. So my chat window, if you're looking at the stream right now, my main OBS. So under me right here, you see subs goal and my webcam flashing. You'll see that you can see the HTML. B is bold. That's because that's my custom chat thing that I made in Stream Elements. I allowed those brackets, braces, the less than and greater than sign braces. I think in some other chats they don't let you do that. I remember Andrew, actually what he used to use the braces and then it wouldn't show up on my thing at once. So I added that in. Now it works. Yeah. So next time after 60 seconds is up. Oh no, you're all mods and VIPs, so you're allowed to put URLs in the chat. So yeah. Anyways. So now we have the username and we have the input 0. Andrew, who I know, right? It's been a while since we've seen him. I miss that guy. That guy was funny. I haven't messaged him on Instagram in a while. I should poke him and see what's up. I'm so thirsty right now. Okay. So we have this. We have username and we have input escaped 0. We can do stuff with this. So now I know my ABCs. Haha. No. Now I know the username, and then I can, when I place the lure on the screen, I can actually attach that lure to the user. And then if another user places another lure, we know that that's owned by another user. So when we start adding up points later at the end of the game, we'll know who gets the points if Yoshi goes to the lure, right? And then we know where the lure is going to go because if they put the right input in, it's in input escaped, right? Dead to me? Oh my god. With his not wife pretending they aren't married. These are all inside jokes, Blaza. Yeah. Debbie and Andrew, hope you're doing well wherever you are. So where should we start? Where should we start? We can do something where it checks. Did I input a proper coordinate, right? So let's see. 1920. What does that divide nicely into? Let's open up a calculator. 1920 divided by 16. 120. That's too many grids. 16. That's more than AMNOP. That's too many. So let's double that. So 240. 1920 divided by 240. 8. There we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So A to H we can have at the top. And then 1020. I mean 1080. .5. So 4. And then we'll have 1 to 4. Does that sound okay? We can make a little grid like that. We don't have to display the grid right now, but we in our head we know. So we could even add the comment here. Where was comment? For miss. I'm gonna right click this, and now it's gonna be in my favorites. So I can quickly go here and say grid is A. Did I say H? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. A to H. 1 to 4. Go. So now we can do some string manipulation. Go into. I wonder if we could do it in here with or globals logic. Timers, users, voice control. Let's just go into C#. Arguments. So we're in the scary code now. I can make this a little bigger for y'all. Not. Right. So for anyone just getting started, let me just save this here. Please go to the documentation. I'll bring this over here. And you will learn, it'll learn you how to do certain things. Like, how do I use variables in the code, right? Like, some people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that. So don't be scared. Don't be scared. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Generic variables. You know what? I should go into the C# section. So sub actions. Okay, the reason why I'm going into sub actions, first of all, is because we're in actions and we're adding sub actions, and the sub action I'm doing is execute code, right? So we go into C#. This is execute code, and then a lot of information will be here, right? Well, this information here is telling you how to use the execute code window, but we don't need that. We need to look at the actual list of available methods. But let's look at variable types first, right? This is how we get a string right now. I'm just going to copy this and I'll talk to you about it. Now, code. I gotta remember to look at chat. They're in Colorado drinking cheap beer. They enjoy their beer? Yeah, platonically. Here we go. So this was the code To do a comment in your code, it's // That's for like a one-liner comment. So here's what we have. Let's string. We're saying the variable, like the type, the data type of this variable is string. We're gonna give it a name. We'll call it coordinate. I'll just call it coord. So args is the way this compiler or this interpreter reads the variables from Streamer.bot. So it's not like a C# thing. This is like a Streamer.bot thing, and it's looking for a variable. What variable is it? It's called input escaped 0. Input escaped 0. And because it doesn't know what what data type this actually is, this over here is forcing it to be a string, or to try to make it be a string. And a string, what's a string again? It's just a series of letters and numbers. You know, when you're typing on your keyboard, like you type HELLO, that's a string, right? I don't know how else to explain strings to people that just are completely code illiterate. It's like, just picture anything inside a quotation mark would be a string, like input escape 0. That is the name of a variable, but in a string format. I feel like I'm confusing people even more. Maybe a double toastberg can pop in and give his input again. String is a series of tubes. Hey, Brandon, welcome in. Lurk away, sir. Spaghetti is strings as well. Yeah, we're. So here we go. So this is now what can we do with coord, right? Now I could have Streamer.bot just say the name coord, like whatever it was input there, or I could manipulate it to be something else, or I could, you know, the world's really my oyster. With whatever I know what to do with code, I can do it. Whatever you know what you can do with code, you can apply that to your string there, your coordinate actually. So what I want to do is I want to validate the input. I want to make sure that the second word after the lure command has been used, I want to make sure that's a legit coordinate. So it has to start with an A or a B, C, D, E, F, G, or H. And the second part has to be a 1 to 4. That is all, right? So how do we do that? How do we manipulate strings? I don't need this anymore. Is the music too loud? So I don't know C# that much. So I'm gonna look stuff up. I used to know C# a long time ago. So we're here, sitting in the car. Yeah, it is very much like TypeScript. Well, that's where TypeScript got most of its ideas from, right? Well, I'm also out of practice on my TypeScript because I've been doing a lot of other stuff at work lately. So I'm just looking at the string class here, but we can look for some methods, such as substring. So it's a popular method in a string class for various programming languages. So that's why my brain went there first. Or has it? See dull? But what are we looking for? Index of any, insert, last index of, starts with. Look at this one. That looks like it might be helpful. Let's take a look at this. Ultra info determines whether the beginning of the string instance matches the specified string when compared using the specified culture. So this is why I hate C# or D minor. Nice. C# has a whole bunch of like types that are like extremely typed that I don't know what they are. Like what's a culture? Right now I gotta go look up what a culture is. No, but look, there's different versions of these methods. So in overload, we're getting advanced here. So last time I talked to you about functions. Another name of function is method. Another name of method is procedure, right? If it doesn't return something, sometimes we call it procedure. This is where RegEx comes in. Exactly. Strongly typed language of the Bano. Yeah, I know. I get it. Like I like types. I've always liked types, but when there's like super strong, it kind of slows down development for me. It's a little too much for me. But I'm a front end dev, you know what I mean? Like I'm more freestyle. Just kidding. So an overload, I told you a function, it'll have like a name. Like I talked about summing two numbers, right? So it would be like sum, but then the Wild West of GML. Yeah. That's so funny. So within the brackets after the function name it's pretty much the function signature or the function definition. It'll be a list of arguments that you can pass to the function, and then it'll do whatever calculations it needs or what it does whatever it needs to do with that information you pass to the function, and then do its thing, or it'll spit out something here. So an overload means it'll have the same name. The function will have the same name, but the signature is different. The list of arguments are different. So what we have here are 4 overloads, right? This one has 3 arguments. This one has 2 arguments. Both of these have 1, but C# does something fun with strings and characters. So a character is a single character, right? A string is multiple characters in a row, right? And the way they can tell the difference between a string and a char or a car is they use single quotes for characters and double quotes for strings. Usually, that's usually how it goes. And this is all stuff you'd learn if you learned C# before. But if you're just playing with Streamer.bot, you might just use strings the whole time, right? So let's do that because it's simple. Or you know what? Let's go right into here. So basically, determines whether the string instance starts with the specified character. Well, so let's use it. And you see it returns true or false because it's Boolean, right? See if I copy that. Let's see if that works. But Gimli isn't from the West. GML exclamation mark. That's the Game Maker language. Game Maker Studios language. So we don't need this public here. Don't worry about that. We also don't need bool because we know it's going to return a bool. So we'll say board starts with. So we could do one for A, we could do one for B, we could do one for C. We can do that, but that's a lot of work, right? So we can actually use something called regular expressions. We talked about this a while back. Let's actually make the bool. Bool. Letter. I'll just say. Oh, is letter. Has letter. Has letter. So now how do we do regex? I don't know. I haven't done much regex in here, so let's look it up. What is strings? Baby, don't hurt me. Nice. Let's take a look here. Can I just type regex? Yeah, here we go. There's a regex class. Hameka says, hey, Carmen. Top right, second stream. Wait, what? Oh, second stream in the back. There you go. Ben also says, Carmen. She's just waving. Okay. Finally, some class on the stream. Nice. I've conditioned Ben to be a pun-making machine. Guys, you're welcome, world. Here we go. So RegEx is pretty much... You're basically pattern matching strings. So you're like, oh, if this word starts with a letter and this word ends with a number, which is what we're looking for, then it's true or it's false, right? There's a special way to make these patterns and look for these patterns. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Kamek is waving back. There you go. See what Rich just posted there? It's A to H, but I want to include lowercase as well. So, Rich, you know what to do after that. I know what to do. I just want to figure out how to do a regex in C#. So I need to use this library here. That's the thing I really wanted to know. There we go. And so if strings use quotation marks, to enclose them, and then characters use single quotes to enclose them, regular expressions, they have another way to enclose them. I did some crazy regex stuff in that GMS tutorial in Word that would have haunted you forever. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there you go. Blaza knows the easiest way to do it, and the most processor, easy for your processor is just make the whole string lowercase to begin with, right? Don't let the user, don't put it on the user. Don't put it on the user's processor. You forget the case sensitive thing? It's okay, because we're just gonna make it everything to lowercase, right? So let me just duplicate this tab here. We'll keep that, but let's look at string.toLowercase. Maybe I'll just type 2. I'm assuming it's called lowercase, 2 lowercase. Yeah, here we go. Look at that. String 2 lower. There we go. I guessed right. Returns a copy of the string converted to lowercase. So it's just to lower. You know what I can do? Because we already have this to string over here, we could probably just do this, to lower. After it has taken the arguments out of Streamer.bot air. It sounds like Street Fighter Alpha, right? Oh, yeah, it's Alpha 2. It's the Rolento music. Sorry guys, ADHD. Let's cheat with the upper and lower function. Yeah, exactly. No, it's better for processing power, right? Regex, it'll try to pattern match, and it's more computations the processor would have to do, right? And that's unfair to the user if they have a lower power computer or their phone is really old or something. So this is the easiest way to do it, right? But let's make the pattern that we want. And they have an example here, right? Define a regular expression for repeated words. This is what they're doing here. Here, you can see this, right? Do you want me to zoom in the text more? So let's make the new regex. I'll say column call pattern. So they have all this stuff here. They got an @ they got quotes, they got a /b, then they got a question. Like, what the heck is all this stuff, right? Let's see what they say here. Start the match at a word boundary. Following uses check for repeated occurrences of a word in a string. This can be interpreted. So here, they're breaking this whole thing down for you, right? Start the match at a word boundary. Match one or more word characters up to a word boundary, and then wow, they go real advanced on this, and then you name this capture group word. So now I could use whatever they caught in the pattern. I can use that later on. This might be a little too advanced for this this one here. Let's go to the constructors and see what examples they have here. Pattern. Yeah, here we go. The following example illustrates how to use this constructor to, don't worry about constructor and instantiate, I'll talk about that later. Regular expression that matches any word that begins with the letters A or T. Like that, alpha or trion. So here we go. We got the word boundary here. Can you see this? Let me zoom in a bit. Whoa, that's really zoomed in. So we still have this pattern with the at and the two quotes. So I guess that's how they encapsulate regular expressions. That's not how I do it in JavaScript because there's a different way of doing that. So we got the word boundary here. And then in the square brackets, if you remember Our Nation Rich, he did the A to H inside square brackets. They're kind of doing that here, but this is A or T, not A to T, right? And then /W plus means, I believe, at the beginning of the word. Let's go back to the previous thing. Where was it? Is it here? This is, yeah, match one or more characters of word boundary. Name that here, blah, blah, blah. And then S plus is with the white space. Wait, what does plus do again? It's been a while. Back over here. Oh, we're getting raided. Terrier Darts. Welcome in. Thank you very much for the raid. We're doing a little bit of a coding stream here. What are we doing here? Hey, Rondi, welcome in. Science and technology. Oh, you're also doing some kind of coding? Welcome in. I need a sip of water. I'm good, thank you very much. What were you doing on stream today? Move this over here. Webmage, welcome in. Dabble in Streamer.bot. Oh, there you go. Sweet. Yeah, I was. This is my second Streamer.bot stream, and I'm just going over. Well, we just finished going over what we did last week, and we're adding a command that the users can use to place something on the screen for a little game that I'm making. Cat feeding time. Say hello to the ladies for me, Ben. Saying Streamer.bot users. Yes. Sweet. Oh, this music sounds familiar. Axiom Verge. So good. Let's close this off too. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh yeah, let's do the. Do you usually use the C# when you're playing with your Streamer.bot, or do you just use the Windows usually in your sub actions? Yeah, well, I am a developer, right? So I'm familiar with documentation. A to H. We're looking for the word starting with A to H. Here we go. And in this example, they do it like this, right? Well, they're saying A or T. Oh, pattern. They use pattern and then they put pattern in here. So that's fine. We can still do that. But, oh, right. The So when you see, I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but when characters turn red, there's kind of a hint that there's going to be some kind of error in your code. I'm going to hit compile just to see if we're good so far on here. Oh, look at that. We missed something here. Where are we at? So here, when you're compiling things, we have line 9. It says over here, identifier expected for where? I'm confused. Oh, there's also a semicolon missing here. Type or namespace regular does not exist in system.txt. Are you missing a reference? So here, let's go to references and maybe click find references. There you go, it added system.dll. See if this works now. No overload starts with takes 0 arguments. Oh, I didn't do anything here. Let's comment this out for now. Wow, okay, so here we are. I'm gonna save this. Let me do a quick intro to the Raiders. This is a possible headache later. Streamer.bot uses .NET Framework 4. Oh. Thank you very much, WebMage. I did not know that. So, because sometimes when I was doing something just before my son was born 4 months ago, something was driving me crazy and I didn't know why it wasn't working. So 4.72, very good note to make there. I stick with using the UI, but sometimes you have to rely on C#. Yeah, I find usually things are faster with me in C#, but I don't regularly code in C#, so sometimes I gotta look things up. I'm a front-end web developer, so I like working in JavaScript and using JSON for objects, but then there's a whole thing you gotta do in C# to get JSON to work nicely. Let me switch the scene here real quick. So Raiders, my name is Alfa Tryon, and my whole online web presence basically is to raise funds for Sick Kids Hospital here in Toronto, where I'm from, via Extra Life. This will be, I think, my 7th or 8th year doing Extra Life, and we usually raise tons of fun. I'm usually one of the top 5 fundraisers for Sick Kids Hospital during Extra Life, which I'm very proud of. And it's amazing. I'm very lucky to have viewers and friends and coworkers that donate to the cause every year. But I'm always trying to find more because the Sick Children's Hospital always needs more help, especially after the pandemic. It was a big deal. So if anyone who's JSON plays JSON. JavaScript is a trap. Oh yeah, Kaimega is a former front-end developer as well. Jason likes wearing hockey masks. Yeah. So this is what I do. I stream, but I only recently started doing coding streams. Last year, one of the incentives for donations was if you donated a certain amount, I would have to do 2 coding streams. Another thing was I'd have to do 2 music production streams because that's something I dabble in as well. But usually I'm playing some retro games and things like that. And on Sundays, I used to do this thing called Sega Saturn Sunday because I'm a big Sega Saturn fan. But I recently had a kid, so I had to take a break from streaming. And this is literally my 2nd week back to some sort of a schedule. Other than that, I'm playing a lot of Street Fighter 6. And don't mind my webcam right now. There's something weird going on with that right now. Actually did a lot today. Updated football, European guy. Okay, soccer. Chat alerts, speeds. Oh yeah, okay. Did some work with HTML overlay and then some groundwork and some other updates. Hey, that's great. The Streamer.bot 0.2 is coming out soon. You can get the beta right now. I guess that's what you're using, right, WebMage? I really don't know why my webcam is going all nuts right now. I think it had to be something with my background here. Alpha. Let me type it in here. Using browser sources to connect with Streamer.bot WebSocket server. Nice. Owes. This is something I did in Streamer.bot. I added this little list of things I owe from last year's Extra Life, some game requests, some music production streams. I'm down. I'm down to 5 coding streams. After this will be 4, and then I also owe 5. I have to learn and perform 5 TikTok dances. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why the webcam is doing this. It's a new webcam. I've only used, this is my 2nd time using it, but last time it seemed fine. So I don't know. URL parameters, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna like disable the USB on this cam. Let's see what happens. I turned it back on. Let me go to the cam scene in studio mode. Ta-da. Bear with me. Deactivate. Activate. See if it flashes again. URL parameters sound convenient? Yeah. That's funny. So yeah, I really enjoy using Streamer.bot. I was using this thing called Leorin board before, and that was it was cool for the time, but then it just after a while, like you know, when you're adding more and more things to your stream, it got a chore. It became like a real chore to update anything or just manage anything. And then when they had updates, it wasn't always it wasn't always easy to figure out what needed tweaking in your custom scripts and stuff like that. Camera reset didn't fix it? Okay. I might have to just return the camera or something. Or install updated drivers or something like that. Let's see. Also, I have multiple sclerosis, so typing is weird for me, and playing video games is weird for me. I also have ADHD, so sometimes I'll start on a thought and then completely get derailed. So I'm sure I've done that already since the time I've been rated here with from you guys. You like the stress that JavaScript causes you? Hilarious. All right. What is clear? Roll. I'm gonna take another sip of my drink. And you know what? Since we're here, how about I stop for a second and I do some show and tell. Getting derailed is how you code. Amazing. So last year, my friend came from Japan and he brought over the Taito Egret 2 Mini and also the Neo Geo Mini, as well as a whole bunch of other mini consoles that aren't on display there. But this year he came back and he brought me something out of nowhere, and this is wild. I don't even know how it fit in his suitcase. Also, I need to make a special like scene for my show and tells. Transiner. Am I saying that right? Transiner. Hola, welcome in. Haven't derailed even once tonight. Yeah, right. There's a bridge you'd like to sell me? That's hilarious. Let me rip open this huge bag here. My camera's all washed out now. If I stand still, will it update? Do this again? Rotate? No? Not gonna follow me? There we go. There we go. All right. Not a Japanese PS5. I don't think we need Japanese PS5s, right? Because they're, well, you're using the Kappa face, but they're region free, right? Look at this thing, guys. It's a retro station. My camera is just moving everywhere now. It's a retro station Capcom mini arcade cabinet. Yeah, this thing is pretty nuts. The camera's supposed to follow my face, but it's like I'm hiding from it in the box. The monitor looks like Mega Man's head, kind of, with the two little circles there. Oh, Jesus. What did I do? I did something. I just moved the mouse. Did I break everything? There we go. We're back. Here we go. We got all the Street Fighter stuff. Street Fighter is one of my favorites. Yeah, Ben, you do. Yeah. Let's see. Let's open this guy. I just dropped this thing on my mouse. Don't worry. Oh, thank you for the follow. I have anonymous follows here for anyone that's shy, but feel free to say hi if you want. No pressure. Oh, I need to rip some plastic here first. Show and tells are something I used to do regularly on the stream. And since I haven't streamed regularly in like 4 months, I have a lot of backlog to catch up on. Just for y'all. The camera is following me a little too much, right? Maybe I should turn that functionality off. All right, that should be enough. You see all the mess I have? The camera's showing off all the mess. All right, so this thing is called Ron, I guess, or the retro station. This is all in Japanese. Nothing much in here. Just showing you what the buttons do. That's pretty much it in a whole bunch of different languages. Power adapter. Usually these things don't come with a power adapter. They just come with a USB-C. Oh, it's a full-on AC adapter. Okay. Put this in here for now. Wow, this thing's huge. Settle down. Holy cow. This thing is massive. It's cute though, right? Yeah. Let's take off this plastic. Catch up on chat. Oh, no, there's a lot of mess. So, not quite Sanwa buttons. Nice clicky stick though. Got some start and select here. I'm gonna peel this off later. Got power over here. I wonder if you can. Will that accidentally get hit if you play too hard? And then got the volume knob. There's speakers on it over here. And on the back is this Capcom. There's power, headphones, HDMI. And then there's a 2-player port over here. What kind of port does it use? I don't think there's a second controller in here. Oh, it's just USB. So maybe I could use the arcade stick from my Egret too. We'll see if that works. But yeah, here it is. So next time maybe I'll have it on in the background in some demo mode or something like that. Attract mode, if you will, if we're using arcade terminology. Thank you very much, Marcus. This thing is awesome. It's really big. Hold on. This is the Neo Geo one. And this is the Capcom one. As a size comparison. Pretty wild. That is very cool. You picture it acting like Tony Stark's dummy? That's so funny. Carmen doesn't trust me one bit. That's what Ben is saying. My down is sufficiently... Oh, settled. Haha. Yeah, I should just plug in the arcade sticks, right? Yeah. So I guess it has a bunch of Mega Man and Street Fighter games on there. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. I seriously don't know how he lugged this over all the way from Japan in a suitcase. Capcom was always trying to outdo the Neo Geo guys after that one guy that left from the original Street Fighter team to make Art of Fighting or whatever. Yeah. Speaking of Art of Fighting, did you guys see the new trailer for Garo that they announced at EVO? Looks pretty good. Like visually, whatever they showed looks very good. Sorry, Fatal Fury. But it has a very cool subname, City of the Wolves. Yeah. It's a Garo game. Yeah, this webcam thing is really bugging me. And I think it might be the thing underneath, the scrolly bits that's behind the scene here. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. SNK has been killing it for the last few years, man. I'm very happy for them. There's gonna be an ad in 5 minutes, but let's get back to this regular expression stuff that we were doing, and that way there'll be less flickerage going on. Thank you again for the raid, Terrier. Or could I? Do we just call you Darts? Chun-Li remix. Yeah, it turned off by itself again. Let me unmute. There we go. I think it's ending now though. That was from the Super Turbo HD remix. Oh, now we got more Capcom going. This is from Mega Man 11 coming up next. So we're gonna do starts with and use the regular expression pattern. Let's see if that just straight up works. There we go. So do you see what we're doing here? We have this pattern now, checking if the first letter, just checking for an A or an H at the beginning of the word, right? We've already lowercased the input, and then we're storing in the variable has letter if chord starts with whatever the pattern is, right? So let's do another compile. Oh, convert. Can I convert from regular expression to regex to string? Ah. Oh, the starts with not take a regular expression. Let's see. Arts with. We could do char because I'm zoomed in too much here. I'm gonna zoom out. Actually check over here what they're doing. Oh, they're just using matches. They don't need to do starts with. Duh. Yeah. So matches is a method of a regular expression instance. So that's what they're doing, because we're already checking with this pattern that we have. We're already checking the beginning of the input of the word. We're checking the beginning, so we don't need a string starts with. It's already done here. So we just need to match the pattern, and then and that way I don't need to also, like, once that's matched, when we're checking for the number afterwards, we don't need to do another pattern match. I can actually have the number as part of the pattern that we have. So I can even change the name of call pattern. I could just call it grid pattern or coordinate pattern. Do that for short. I usually don't like doing short forms because, like, you know, if I'm working in a team, using too many short forms, people might get confused. So I like to make it as in your face as possible. But we're just doing it here now. TD? Okay, there we go. Sounds good. Forward per turn, yeah. Yeah, but see, like, that PTRN, at least in the chat, on the Twitch chat, for some people, like especially if they're dyslexic, that's hard to read, right? So I'd rather have coord. Coord is relatively easy, but then write out the whole word pattern, and then people will get it. There's an ad starting in a minute. We're gonna play some words on stream just before that starts. You can also use RegEx in the command itself, by the way. Oh yeah, it will give you the matches. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. But I'm just trying to demonstrate some logic here for anyone that's new to this whole world. Yeah. So we don't need starts with. We just need. What does it return? It returns a bool. Matches. Oh, it's match collection. Oh, look at that. See, that's very strongly typed language here. But let's start some words on stream for the ads. I think I'm on the top because I got hook fish or fish hook or whatever. Anyways, we're done with that. Let's get back to here. So match collection, the way they're using it here, I see that it has a property called count. So it'll find how many times the pattern is matched. So we can use that in our code here. And again, anyone, if you feel like I missed a step or something in terms of explaining, please ask away. So how did they do it here? They did, whoops. They just did match collection equals the regEx.matches. Yeah, okay. Sorry, what was it? No, I called it matches. I don't need to call it matches. I'm calling it. So I need to get rid of this. Match collection. Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll just call it matches, whatever. Equals matches word at. I think that's how they did it. Double check. Match collection matches equals their thing was default regex matches and then text. Okay, that's it. And then they get matches.count. See, this is matches. This is where they stored it. Right here. Matches, and then they use it here, matches.count. So let's just play with it. We'll do a what is it, cph.send. Oh, this is a new thing that they added recently in, I think in 1.2, is where they actually pop up the action, the function name, which is a huge help instead of always looking at the documentation. So I want to send a message. Oops, send message, and I'll just say matches, or just matches, and then we'll do. Actually, we should use double quotes, matches, and then plus, and then we'll just say matches.count. Or just matches.count. I don't think we need I don't think it's a function call. Compile. So you cannot convert this to string. And line 11, match collection matches. What's going on here? Coord. Oh, duh. Coord. There we go. Compiled. Let's try it out. Yes, semicolons. It should automatically add that for sure. Hey, we could always ask. We could just go to the Discord and say, "Hey, can you do this?" And they'll probably do it. Yeah. So they didn't add it in version 2 yet. If you're on the version 2 beta. Match collection. Match collection is the data type. Rich. Of the result. Yeah. So what was the thing we did? We did lure. So I'm just gonna type anything here, and I'm gonna go test. And then it says I place a lure at test, and then matches 0. So it wasn't a coordinate, right? So if it's not a coordinate, I don't have to say, hey, it's not a coordinate. I could just ignore it and end the function, right? But let's see if matching it works. So we want from A to H, and then, well, that's all we're looking for right now. We're looking for A to H. So let's do lure. Sneakily add it to the suggestions. Yeah, go for it. Let's do B. And then I'll just do all this. We'll see what happens. Matches 1. So there you go, right? It started with a B, and that worked. Even though I did an uppercase B, the code already took the string, made it lowercase, and then we checked for something between A and H, and bam, it worked. Right? So if we want to exit, we don't have to write this. So here, we can write a conditional statement here. If matches dot count is 0 equals 0, and return false. We can still return true, actually. You know what? Yeah, who cares? Just return. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's go false. There you go. That's done. So if we get here and there was no match, it won't send a message at all. So I'm gonna file and save. You'll add our name to it. Nice. Return. You suck. Let's do this again, but this time I'll get rid of all that. Lure that. Right? So nothing happened, right? It still says Alpha Trion places lure at because we have this sub command up here, or sub action here. So that will happen unless we disable it or delete it, right? Also, do you see here it says execute code? That gets annoying if you have a lot of sub actions that execute code. Also, if you're looking for other code to execute from another sub action and you want to execute a code that already exists, it's easier if you name it, and you can do that here. You can name it right here, and you can even give it a description, which is pretty cool. So for this small thing, we could just see, check lure. I don't need to. Well, yeah, it's a name, so let's just do caps. Check lure placement for coordinates. There we go. Save. And then you can see it here. Check lure coordinates, so it's easier to find later. Yeah, like Battleship, exactly. Yeah, webmage for sure. Oh yeah, also yeah, the name shows up in the logs as well, which is huge. TD, that's funny. Yeah. One of my one thing that makes me anxious sometimes when I'm coding is if I'm starting something like net new for the team, is like coming up with a name for what I'm doing. But luckily now, with all the products that we have going, we have conventions, so it's easier to come up with a name. But before, man, I was like, what do I call this? Like, what's the perfect name? That would be a big deal for me. Yeah. But there you go. See, your lure B4, it matched 1 and it worked. Boom. So now let's do the other part. Let's look for the 1 to 4, right? So I guess. Thank you for the follow. Thank you again. For anyone that's out there, I do anonymous follows, but feel free to say hi. No pressure. All right. So who remembers their RegEx? I don't remember the /B stuff. I think that might be a C# thing. But the /W. I think these are slightly different in JavaScript from what I remember. So let's do a Do they have any like shortcut things here? Examples. Sounds familiar. Sounds like another fighting game. RegEx101.com. Nice. Yeah, we can go there. I just want to see if they have anything. Yeah, here we go. We have stuff here. So start at the beginning. Yeah, see, I'm used to this, right? This caret, but they're not using it in the other example, so that's kind of weird. I want something at the end of the string, which is I think is $sign usually. Oh no, that's 1 or 0. No, that's with the question mark. Fractional. Oh, here, and yeah, here, $sign. There you go. So if I do this, that's so wait, what's beginning? That's this thing. What's the plus at? Following example. Oh, the following. Okay, over here. Let me try something. Like usually it's just like slash for the bounding. So this is the bounding word. And then what's the slash W? There you go. Match one or more word characters up to a word boundary. Oh, that's the start of the word boundary. So I don't need the word boundary. And then it's captured in a word group. Yeah, okay, you know what? Let's do what I know. We don't need this. We'll do starts with AH and then 1 to 4 $sign? And then I don't think I need these. Try this. Lure A1. There you go. But let's say A5. Aha! Now let's do H4. There we go. Okay, so we got it. What other tests can we do? What if I just do H, or you know what? Let's do G. Nope. There we go. So we're good. So we don't want this this message to show up all the time. We want it if it's true, right? So if it returns false, the code should like this sub action or this action should end here. If it's false. So let's try this again. Should. I'm not sure. There you go. So it was false. So this anything after here, execute code, it won't run because I open it up here. I returned false. So it's not going to continue the next sub actions after it. Lure battery. I'm going to do G2. There we go. I placed the lure at G2. So now let's get rid of this. We don't need this anymore. This is usually what I would put in a log. What's the log? We could just log the message. Log debug. No, log info. Whoops. Log info, log line, and I'm just gonna copy what we have here. Alarm just went on. You know what else I would like them to add in Streamer.bot is for me to use my own text editor. I would love to do this in VS Code. All my shortcuts, I'm so much faster in VS Code, and like I also have linters and things that are automatically prettying up my code and all that stuff. Let's do save and compile. Oh, you can, or do you just is it like a duct tape kind of solution, or is it like do things pop up in the IntelliSense? Just have errors for the CPA. Oh, okay. Oh, maybe I should start doing that. Next time. I also want to do this because next time I might be doing a Game Maker Studio stream. I also want to incorporate VS Code instead of using the Game Maker IDE. Oh, and then you copy and paste. See, that's a step I don't want to do. Yeah. Again, because of my MS, the more finagling I have to do, the more tired I get. Sonic Rush Adventure. Nice. Okay. So what's next? We have successfully logged that we've placed something somewhere. So now let's create the source and place it in the right location, right? So we didn't really make the grid yet in our OBS. This is our secondary OBS. But let's just make up something that creates a source, applies an image to it, and shows it on the screen. We could do that. Sure. Lure cockatoo. You know what? I can probably that Pokemon game that we have. We could probably add lures to that as well at some point. I still need to update the Pokemon game. I haven't done that. Why it's not running right now. So here we go. So let's say you place it at the right at one of the valid coordinates. Next thing we can do, we can go into the OBS commands here and sources. We can. Where is it? In scenes? Nope. Where is it? Get scene status groups. Raw. Source heist. Set source. Image. Where's the image? If you input a silly argument, it should result in a slap action. Yeah, we could do that too. File. Oh, can we not create an image? Let's go to the documentation. Let's do add source. Let's just type source. Sources. An old one. Source created. Oh, go back out here. OBS. Nope. Sub actions. OBS. Oh, raw. Okay, we could do raw. No problem. Let's go to where was that? We had this open last time. Let's go to raw. Raw generator. This thing is cool as heck. Do a raw generator. We'll do source. Get source. Scene items. Scene items. Create scene item. We pick the scene name. Oh, this is connected to my OBS that we're looking at. So we'll use these as placeholders for now. So let's go in my words on stream thing, and then the source name. Words on stream? No, that's a scene item. Item enabled. Add param. Create a scene item. I could just type it in here, right? Name of the source to add. Oh, this is just adding a scene item that already exists. It's create input, yeah. Thank you. There we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There we go. So this is create input. We're gonna call it. We're gonna put it in the. Here. Easy. Fine. To input name. Just type in here. Nope. Input kind. It's gonna be image source. I don't know why there's two, but okay. Input settings. Scene item enabled. Make that true. Where do I get this information from? Name. I don't know why I can't just type it in here. Sees his name. Oh yeah, Rich, your name is in there for your walk-in animation thing. All right, create input. You know what? You know what I can also do? Oh, thank you. Well, what I was gonna do is reference the Pokemon game because they do all that create stuff and all that. Put this here. We can put our own JSON. Let's let me find an image to use. Let me look into my folder. Temp. This is an image I used for my schedule thing. Go streaming. We'll just use an emote. We'll use this one. We're not using Windows style path dividers. Go. But why is name not being able to? You know what? Let's copy this how it is. See what happens. So if I was showing you the OBS that I'm using right now to stream my actual stuff, I could have actually hit the send command, and it would have like popped up, or it would give me an error or whatever. But like that stuff would have showed up on stream because I've connected this the WebSockets from the browser to my OBS. Sounded like someone just threw glass into the street. Oh no! Get input settings on an image source and OBS. Oh yeah, that's right. Thank you. Oh, I'm so glad you guys rated. Thank you very much. Let's go to the raw section. Where's raw OBS? And we'll say create, or place lure. Put this in here. Oh, there we go. Move over. Create input. Scene name is going to be. We'll just put it in here. It'll be main. And we'll call it. Oh yeah, later on we're gonna have to update the code to say, has someone already placed a lure in that section? So that'll be something we can do down the line. We'll call it, we'll just call it the coordinate name. So what I'll do is I'll just name it whatever, but then I'll use the code to do the raw stuff because we'll already have the input name over there. Or you know what? We might be able to get it with the percent sign. But let's just name it whatever for now. AAAA we'll call it. And then this is where it is. And scene item enabled. Format. Case test. Scene item ID. Look at this. We have something called AAAA, and we have the image that I chose. Right. So now we could also change the transform of this. Last time I showed you guys the bubble animation. Let's show you again. For the people that joined the raid, TD's crew, check this out. I made this using the raw, OBS raw. Basically, the DVD logo. If you remember DVDs, the screensaver, the DVD would be bouncing all over the place. So I made that as a game for when I'm on be right back mode if my baby wakes up, right? I even have a little Easter egg if the bubble hits one of the corners exactly. There's a little tiny little Easter egg there. So that was fun, but I wanted to add something to this. This is why I'm adding lures now. So instead of this the face that I have over here, I'm gonna have like a little apple or something like that, and then Yoshi from this Mario game, he'll be walking around and he'll try to eat one of the lures. Oh, we almost hit the corner there. He's going to try to eat one of the lures, but as his tongue goes up, and if he hits the bubble, whoever placed that lure gets a point. So that's the kind of game I'm trying to make here. You'll have to moan to whip to fix. Oh, right. Some of the dialogues that should be text boxes are dropped down. Not sure why. Yeah. But you know, at least we know enough to just copy paste and then write our own stuff there. So let me get rid of this bubble. There you go. So now you know what we're kind of doing, right? So this works. So you know what? Let's go back here. Copy this. Result. Options. Nice. Okay. I'm gonna copy this. Also, JSON formatter is a nice site. Delete this. This music sounds familiar too. Here we go. We can format or beautify, or we can even shrink it down. We do that here. Way to flatten it. Give you. Here, no. There it is. So that's flattened. Oop. Use that later. Let's use that string. Whoop. Go. And let's go to the send raw command. CPH. Maybe just raw? No. Maybe let's look it up real quick. Raw. Nope, this is not the code. Yeah, there you go, Final Fantasy. No, not Super Metroid, yeah. Available methods, here we go. OBS. And just look for raw. Go. OBS and raw, easy. I am mad thirsty today. So again, if anyone wasn't here last time, I have multiple versions of OBS. So in my actual Streamer.bot, I have a variable that gets called every time I have certain actions. It's like a global action that gets called, and it pulls which OBS instance I'm using. So I'll have a variable called OBS, and it's set to number 1. But by default, it's number 0, and we're using this Streamer.bot with this other OBS, and so it's going to be 0. So we can just remove this. When you see a function definition where the argument has a value, that's an optional parameter. So if you don't send that parameter, that default value will get passed. Request data, scene name, scene ID, item transform. Wait, did I copy the right stuff here? Might not have. Let's go back. Well. Nope. Damn it. So the request type is create input. Let's put OK for now. And then the data will be this, which I will flatten. Here. Oh, wait, we need to change scene name to main. Input name will be, we can fix that later. I'll just say A, so it's easy to find. Image source, and these are fine. Flatten it. Error. Oh yeah, because there's quotes here. So the formatting for JSON is also strict, but that makes total sense to me. Otherwise, you have a blob of just gibberish. Oh. Ah. Data. So, we have quotes sitting in here. Uh-oh. So what do we do? This is going to be annoying. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to open this, and then everywhere I have quotes, I'm going to select them all and just put a slash in front of it. That way we've escaped the quote. Basically, if you have a string, which is these two quotes, and I have my dog's name is, and then you want to use quotes. If I use quotes, I've closed the string. Let's see, I can't even type. We have like all these in a row. Like this is a syntax error because the interpreter is going to think the string ended right here. It's going to think this is the string. So if you want to have quotes in your string, you have to escape the string like that. So now I could say my dog's name is Carol. Carol, there you go. And then, whatever else I want to add here. So the beginning of the end of the string is actually here, not here, right? So escape is telling the interpreter, no, this is the actual quote that we want. Coral. The dog's name's Coral. I never watched that show. Well, I only watched season 1 of Walking Dead, so I don't get that meme. The good at Coral, like those dad joke memes. So what was I putting in here? I was putting in the data, right? So let's we'll put our quotes and then we'll paste in the escaped string. And if I compile it, there's no error, right? So that means we've escaped properly. So the input name here, we can actually get rid of, if I want to input the variable in here, I could put this @ sign, right? Am I right? No? I have to rethink this now. Let me see how I did it on the other place. Hold on. It's been a while. Actions. And where did I use it? Oh, I used it in the bubble game. So let me pop this open. Oh, it's a $sign, not a @ sign. Oh, there. Thank you, TD. $sign. Now this kind of tells the interpreter that I could input variables here, right? So what I want is a chord, because this is what was input, and we've already checked if it's valid. And in here, I don't think I need the quotes, right? Or no, I will put it in the quotes. Input name. That should do it. If not, I'll remove these, but we'll give it a try. Nope, syntax error. Where are we? 19. So let's get rid of these.
A few moments later.
Oh. Wait, is it a curly brace? Problem. Curly brace. Yeah, I think I need double curly brace. Yeah, that's what it is. You know how we were talking about escape strings? So I'm gonna need, yeah, let's flatten this first. Copy here. So, hey, wait a minute. Did I not copy this? Copy. Oh, my linter was escaping. Okay, so here we go. First we'll escape these. Hang on. Then we gotta escape the curly brace, right? Except for the one that says chord, but we'll fix that later. So this is that. Look at those. Nope, that. And then the closing curly brace. There we go. So now let's fix the chord one, because we don't need to escape this. This is going to be substituted with what's in the variable. Sorry about that. I totally forgot about that. I thought I saw a red thing. Nope, invalid expression term. Input name. Why is that?
A few moments later.
Oh my god, you know what's... I'm missing this quote. Ugh, I hate myself right now. Well, it was a quote. I was missing the starting quote here, guys. How much time passed by there? Like 18,000 minutes? What were we doing? We're going to send raw, and we're going to send this, we're going to call it this coordinate. Right? Let's That works. OBS here. And we're gonna do lure. So we're gonna hopefully the name of the source is gonna be called H4. There you go, H4, and it's lowercase because you see it over here. It's H4, and it's lowercase because we call the toLower function at the end. What is it? Iron. Okay. Do you guys want to keep going? We could like I could send the coordinates. Like we could make the grid and send it the proper coordinates. Because you know this is an H4. Where it landed just now, that's not H4. That ain't H4. We could send a transform somewhere else. We could do some math. Let's do some math. So the coordinates. Ah, okay, that's a good workaround there, TD. Thank you very much. Yeah, disconnect OBS. That's a weird bug, eh? It's a weird bug. All right, so here we go. We can also change the show scene item enabled. We can actually set that to false, and then we can once we've moved it, we can show it. Oops, we can show it. I'm just gonna copy the string that I have here. Oh my god, I'm trying to copy from the OBS screen here. Ta-da. So that's we can also write comments here saying like what's actually happening. So this is create. Hey, Gao man. It's intended because the connection is no longer established, allows for you to make edits. The drop down menu thing is def a hydration error bug. Yeah. Thank you and welcome in. Welcome in. 2 cameras. So create lure source. And then we can place it. Let's do string. I'll just copy that. Set scene item transform down. Let's just do set lure transform data. So you know what? This data here. Let's call it. Since I'm gonna do 2 raw commands. We'll say create item data. Because that was the command, right? Create input. Sorry. So scene name. Okay, so scene. So if you can see this, zoom in again. I had a variable for scene because I didn't want to repeat myself for scene. So we can actually do that. Because that Bubble Baby game is gonna be in my BRB scene. We can set it to that scene, right? So, but we're calling it main for this OBS. So we go string scene equals main. Because remember what I said last time? We live by the word dry. Don't repeat yourself. Because that's just in case one day I change the scene name to something else. I don't want to go in the code and find everywhere where I wrote the actual scene name, because that is hell. So, but I could just find the variable and then change that, and then we're good. There we go. Scene item ID. We could find the scene item ID by going. Where do we find the scene item ID again? I should just connect this to my other one. But I don't remember. It wasn't connecting last time to the second OBS. So I don't know why. But we can find the scene item ID. We can actually go into we do it in Streamer.bot. Get scene. No, not scene. I don't need a source. Wait, sorry. I'm getting confused here. Scene item ID. Yeah, so let's get the source. Looks like we're starting an ad. I hear them. Rich, nice one. 41. All right, let's get back to this. If I say get source, get scene item ID. Here we go. I could just use this. Scene name, source name. So let's copy this. Go to our OBS. Save this. For the raw. We'll paste this in. Format. The scene name was main. Yeah, my brain is slowly turning to mush. Main. I think that looking for that one quote thing just destroyed me. And the name. What was the name? Where are we going here? H4? So scene ID, that scene item ID is 4. There must be an easier way to get the scene item ID, but for now, we'll just do this. Oh wait, no, because if we're adding new ones, we're gonna have to check all the time, right? I wonder if I can get it in here. Or when we send the raw, does it give us the scene item ID? Try that. Like, does it return it? No, of course we're not hard coding it. Yeah. Okay, so let's we're creating scene item. No, we're creating this is the one we use, right? ADHD sucks. Okay, we were doing, yeah, create input. We're doing. When we do a create input, does it return? This again. Main. We'll call it A2 and request. So yeah, the result is scene item ID. So we do get the ID. So how do we get the ID? Let's look at the documentation. Raw. It returns a string. So it'll return this. Result, scene item ID 5. Okay. You know what else we can do? We can do this. Let's go here. Disable this. There you go. Yeah. What I was gonna show some of the viewers. Thank you for sending me that. We'll just use that. But I'll explain what I was gonna do. I would, because this returns a string. I would assign. See how we do string whatever. I would have done string result, and then I could have just logged out the result and looked at the log. Or if I'm like super lazy, I could have just done don't do this all the time, but I could have done the send message. So like your bot just tells you what the string is, and then you could figure out what is returned from there, right? But use the log if you're gonna do that, right? Yes, exactly, Rich. Perfect. I like that emote, the facepalm. We wouldn't be using raw. Yeah, if we're sending raw for create input, it's gonna return the string, right? So, oh, the sub action. Okay. So let's do this. Let's do what I said then. String create. I don't know why I'm capitalizing these variables. I don't like that. Let's just leave it for now. Create input result equals that, and then let's just comment this out, and then we'll do it. Well, we'll see what the bot says, right? So we'll do cph.send message. I spelled result wrong. Can't forget your semicolons. How dare you? Bot does not exist. Nope, does not. So it'll be broadcaster. Hold on. Because bot's default, so false. Oh. Let's do it. Yeah, camel case is how I usually name stuff. I name variables. Let's go lure. I don't know, B4. See, it gave us it's not formatted like a string. It's actually raw JSON, right? So this is another reason why you want to send it to the log. So let's send it to the log. Camel case. Don't need this false here. Let's append something or prepend it. This is the result. Why can't I type the result? Okay. When I hit compile, save, compile. Usually you just do save and compile, but that closes. So I don't know which one goes first. Now let's run it again. B4, right? Okay, so now let's check the log. You can quickly check the log by going to open log folder. And then it opens the log folder, and then you can open the log in your text editor of choice, and then there's just a wall of text. The last thing we did was in caps. I said this is the thingy thing. Where is it? Did it not work? Oh, here it is. This is the result. Nothing. It didn't send back anything. Dun dun dun. So, what's up with that? After almost 2 years of using SB, explaining to people the importance of camel cases. Damn, 2 years, eh? That's awesome. I'm pretty new to Streamer.bot, but I love it. I absolutely love it. So why didn't it return anything? Is it because I said string and it should have been a JSON format? What else I can do is... Oh wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I was using Leorin board and that just got brutal. You know what? Let's see what happens if I straight up send it in here. But no, but that converts it to a string anyway, right? What can we do? I don't want to use the JSON library if we don't have to. Okay, then what we can do is we could use the sub action if we really want to. In this case. Like we could use this one execute code for... It's supposed to be a string. According to ZDocs, it says string. That's why I thought we could just grab the like the string, like the, what's it called? Like the string of the JSON and then parse it after. Right? That's what I'm thinking. Just try this just in case. I don't think it'll work. It'll give us the same result as before, but what should we call it? E3. Let's take a look at our OBS. Do we have a bunch of things? Yeah, like they're all here. You see how these ones aren't shown because we got rid of that true at the end and we made it false. So there's like a bunch of these lures. It's still not shown. Yeah, there you go. Let's go back to guy. This is the result. The previous one. Next one. Oh, weird. This is weird. But we got the scene item ID. That's annoying. Builds. Oh, nice. Connect 4 game and LB1. Sweet. I was gonna build a game in LB, and then LB2 came out, and then it just got weird. And then thankfully Streamer.bot's here. I want to make some games. I have some ideas for games that people can play while I'm playing my game or while Extra Life is on. You know, I have all these ideas, and I want to get them done. And we can totally get them done in Streamer.bot. Yeah. So now I need to know, it's like why line breaks are getting messed up on the string here. I like C# and I like Rob. I don't. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. This is what was giving me trouble with the bubble game originally, because I had to, because C# is so strongly typed. Working with JSON was just like brutal. It was just there were all these like subtypes and types, and you had to use some library from somewhere else, and it was just a nightmare. But I love JSON. Like that's such a, like that's my way of having records of data, right? Yeah, so you know what? Let's see what we can do. If the string does have line breaks, you know what? We can just Google. Here we are. Here, C# string with line breaks. Decoding. Not encoding. Nope. Reading new line characters from reading a string. Yeah, can I filter out the new line characters? Yeah, let's just let's pick all those out. Go back here. Sub string. Let's look at string. Fields, property, methods. Found, compare, copy, create, ends with format. Oh. The index of any, insert. Index of pad, remove. That's just removing a specific number of characters. Substring. Remove a number, same thing. Far away to lower your string. String to string, eh? Trim, and it doesn't look like there is one to just remove. Oh, I could use regex. Replace char with char. How about that? Let's do that. Let's go, Castlevania 4. So we're in here. Let's bring this back to send message. Just so I don't have to keep going to the log. Come on, finger. Whoop. There I go, using my VS Code shortcuts. So we have this, and then we can replace. This is a new line. I'm assuming they're using a new line. And we're going to replace it with nothing. Will this work? Empty character literal. /S then? What is it? Recognize escape sequence. Slash. Space. Let's use null. Well, in the function definition, it says it needs a car. I say char. It's pronounced car. Let's do another lure. I'm running out of things here. There it is. There we go. That's what it was. It was a new line messing things up. Okay. These are the things you learn if you code a lot. Figure things out. Sometimes that's fun. Sometimes it makes you want to pull your hair out. And for me, I'd have to pull my arm hair out because I bald, yo. All right. So we don't need to send this result anymore, but we can parse the scene item ID. And how do we do that? What's a good way to do this? We can convert the string to JSON and get it from there, right? So let's do it. Let's just do it. Wait a minute. I made a change in that Pokemon game where I had to parse JSON from the Pokédex. Let's see here. Down. Get trainer info. Spawn specific Pokemon. Here we go. Execute. Yeah, I found newtonsoft.json. I was using that library. Oh my god, my eyes are just gone now. Catch info. I used a var. And then what did I do with catch info? Here, I'll just show you what I have here. This is from that Pokemon game, but I had the old Pokemon game from Leorin board, and then I converted it to a Streamer.bot version. And then as soon as I released my Streamer.bot version for, not released to the public, but released it on my stream, they announced the Streamer.bot, like, really awesome Pokemon game. I was like, god damn it. Spent all that time doing this, and then it's just out there. Nice. D2. Perfect. And then we get the scene item ID, right? Yeah. But now I want to properly parse that string. So here I just made a var, and I did it like this. But then I did a string content JSON convert serialize, like this is so much just to do like JSON. But that's converting from a string to JSON. So let's do that. And will it work? Because here I'm using equals, not colon. Yeah, maybe let's Google C# parse JSON string to object. Sure. Deserialize object. Yeah, there you go. We could do that. This is the library I was using in the other thing. Also, for any new coders out there, don't just copy paste code if you don't know what they do. Because some people are malicious and they'll tell you the wrong thing. Yeah, no, scene item ID is actually the return result, but it's in a JSON format, right? So I just need to be able to parse it properly to get exactly what I need. Everyone copies and pastes, but you know, you gotta know what you're doing. Well, you gotta sort of know what you're doing. Okay, so that's the result we have, and then what's the thing? We're result JSON is JSON convert deserialized object. This thing. And this is a string. And then if we do result JSON, let's do a log again. Just to see what we get. To blag your way through it. There you go. That's good enough. That's good enough. Hey man, you've been doing this for 2 years with Streamer.bot, so let's do another lure. Lure A1. And then I go to my thing here. Oh, there we go. Look at this. Unexpected character encountered while parsing. Line 1, position 1. So it didn't like the Now, what do we get? Lure A1. Oh, I didn't get a result because we already had an A1, right? So let's. That's why we need to add that test to see. Oh, did someone already do A1? I mentioned that earlier. Or A. What do we not have? A. A3. A3 for Alpha Trion. Nope, we still don't have. There is an error. What I could also do is let's delete all these guys. Does that count as suicide, what I was doing? Okay, let's do a new one. Lure A3. There we go. We got a new thing, but it didn't output the scene item. So there is an error in the code. Go back here. There's an error in parsing the line there. So you know what? Let's not replace. Because we replaced something, right? So we could make it more string. Why isn't this opening? Yeah, let's get rid of this replace function. Still got an error. Line 1, position 1. It doesn't like this. But why? I said string. Let's look this up. It's 10:30. Figure this out and then we'll call it a day. I was tired like an hour ago already. The T is type blah blah blah. Be partial. Another get test, return test, void blah blah blah, then deserialize. JavaScript serializer. Whoa. See what they're doing with this. Newtonsoft. String. Oh. I don't need the thing. That's exactly what that person said. So let's get rid of this. Sonic the Hedgehog has some cool music. There we go. Okay, so now we know what to do. Now how do we read the JSON? Let's go back to that the Newtonsoft. Oh, we're at Newtonsoft. Okay, here. We deserialized it. Which means it's in JSON format now. Sorry about that. I was just saying deserialized. So here we got result JSON. Now we can read the JSON file. See if I have it in my example here of me reading. JObject parse Pokemon. Anywhere. Pokemon.json. This is me getting the Pokemon from the API. It's been so long since I did this. My goodness. Forget it. I'll just read here. Convert class. I just want to read the JSON object. Default value handling. Oh. Oh wait, there's I can just read it, right? It's like let's go back to that message. ID, and then we'll do result.json, and then the name. And what was it? It was scene. Oh, God, what was it after all this time? Scene item ID. Check for duplicate code. Check if user. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I usually add to-dos in my code. You do that. Result. We get the result. Again. Wait, no, it's in our. It's in here. In item ID. Yeah, that looked right. So yeah, if matches count is 0, also then to do check if exists. What was the other one? And user has existing. Yeah. To do check if user. Thank you. That helps. All right. Scene item ID. Did I spell it right? Yep, did. If this is the proper way to read the JSON in this version of C#, then we should be good. Error, probably. There you go. Error. There was an error creating instance for. Did I use A4 already? Cannot apply indexing with because it's an object. Yeah. So I need to turn it. I need to do something to it. Now, how did I used to do that? Let me look at my other code. It has to be in here somewhere. Pokemon is here. Oh yeah, here. Oh yeah. So this is. I have to do the parse thing. JObject.parse. Sorry about this trial and error stuff. Got a little boring. I didn't make a lesson plan at the beginning of the day. I did not have time. Okay. The result.json. Do this. JObject. Result. equal. What was it? The object got parsed. Guys, I code for a living, so imagine with MS typing, it's brutal. The object parse, result. But it's the end of the day, so my hand's extra garbage. Playing Street Fighter tonight is gonna be brutal. The object result equals the object parse. Pokemon equals the object parse. Yeah, okay. And then I just do result. Upper namespace JS found. Let's go here. Find Rust. Yep, there we go. File. Oh, still not. The J object does not exist. Do I need it in here? This. Another thing I don't like about the libraries and stuff is like, how do I know? How do I know? Can I convert from object to string 28? One thing you really need to learn as a developer, if you're just starting off as being a developer, is understanding errors and how to step through your code, and then how to figure out what the error means. So what do we have here? Cannot convert from object to string. Okay. So we have an object, but I want to parse it. I don't know if you are in there or not, but sometimes there are plenty of examples that can be found of this kind of stuff. Anyway, with that being said, oh my god, you guys are in the UK. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you again for the raid. Have a great night, and I hope to see you soon. I'll throw a follow back at you later on. Again, have a great one, and good luck with your coding and your scripting. Cheers. So I might need a type in the parse. Oop. Parse. Only two. Parse. I did in the other code. Oh, I'm missing the to string. Because I didn't know, right? Because it's such a heavily typed language, you have to hit it over the head sometimes. Where am I going, guys? No. Oh my goodness. Here. Okay. This needs to be to string. Oh, no. 28. Yeah, my brain's hurting, guys. I hope your brain isn't hurting. So, this Pokemon info.json, it's already a string. And then I parse it into an object called Pokemon. And then I set it, so I read it as a string. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Put a to string above. Like the result.json or on the other side. Like here? I don't know. Maybe on the inside. Weird. Okay. It might be too late. I need to look at that tomorrow. Good thing I don't work tomorrow. I have tomorrow off. I had today off too. Thank you, Rich. It ended up working, so let's see. An A5. Nothing. Error. Let's see. Oh, artificially updated presence with a threshold. I don't know what this is. Can I place lure?
A few moments later.
Unless something weird is happening over here. Aha! Oh my god. Guys, we're not supposed to go to 5. It's supposed to go to 4. Oh my god, kill me. I'm so sorry. I hate everything. There we go. ID is 15. I want to die. Die right now. Guys. Yeah, we're tired. We're so tired. So we don't need this because we have JSON coming back to us. At least, so, you know, so we know that. Put that here. Time splitters. Okay. So we got results. The scene item ID. Yeah, no, that's very true. That is a true statement, everybody. Coding should not be done when it's almost 11 p.m. Stop coding before the sun goes down and your life will be good. I know some people do their best coding at night. Like I used to do it too, but like I've gotten to the point where I just can't. My brain just fried now. So let's store this scene item ID. We'll do var, no, not var, int scene item ID equals this. So now we have this. Now we can get back to the lure transform. Scene item ID will be, oh, I called it source ID here. Let's just call it source ID. And then scene item transform, position X, position Y. We could have like a lookup table, right? So we work for a living, nighttime coding, no longer a thing. So here, we can have a lookup table. If it's, we'll just do vertical for now. If it's 1 to 4, let's say, open the calculator again. Grab the calculator. There we go. So we have 1080p, right? And we decided 240 we're dividing by. So if we take away 120 for that 0.5, right? So it's whatever plus 0.5. We could match the last number. What time is it? It's 10:50. Guys, we don't need to do it. But let's say let's just do this. If we could do another RegEx here. If I wanna do this properly. Let's do it properly. We'll use substring, right? So row int row will equal whatever the number is. No regex within regex. A row, whatever the row number is, right? times 240 plus 120. Does that work? So if we do A2, it'll be 2 times 40, 240 plus 120. But if it's A4, it'll be 4 times 240 plus 120. But then that might, the sprite might go under the 1020, right? Yes, it will. So for now, let's just do this 240. It goes to the 240, right? So again, you go back to the documentation here, go to the string, methods, properties, nope, methods. There's ends with, so here we go. We don't want ends with, we just want the number. We want substring. Substring retrieves the substring from this instance. The substring starts at a specified character position and continues to the end of the string, right? So it's 0 based. That means if you do substring 0, it'll take everything, it will just return the same string, right? Because it's starting the beginning and grabbing everything. So we just do substring 1 and it'll skip the letter and just give us the number, right? So chord substring 1, and then I'm sure we need to turn this into an integer, and that's parse int32.parseInt. Let me double check. We can actually do it here. Here, if we go back to variables. Where was it? Or you know what? Let me just look at my goddamn code. Because by now you know how to look at documentation. Int.parse. I thought it was int32. Let's try int. Let's see what happens here. Because this is a string, right? You can't times a string. You can't multiply a string by a number, right? Nighttime coding fail. We run, yeah, there you go. Just found out I had 27 in change on your dresser. Wow. Semicolon. Can I implicitly convert this int? Am I missing a cast? On row 29. Int, oh yeah, okay, so this also needs an int parse. Also, I have to fix these. Can I convert a token to string? 29. Already an int, right? Not implicitly convert type. J token. A token. need to go to bed, guys. What are you gonna do with your $27? Really? Int value equals whatever to object int. This is dumb. This is dumb. This is why I don't like strongly typed. Shit. There we go. So sprite position, we'll say X and Y. Int. Get source. There's an ad starting. You guys are failing without me doing it, eh? Okay, so I've added some code. Basically, I added a sprite position X is 240 just for now. Next time we'll just translate it, or I'll just do it offline. We'll translate, A to H. We'll translate it to where it is on the X-axis. For now, we have the sprite position Y on the Y-axis. We're doing the coordinate substring 1. So that means we're just getting the number of like A1, A2, B3, whatever, multiplying it by 240 pixels. And then we're sending the raw data with all the information we need. We're sending the scene item ID and the scene item ID and the position. And then we're showing the source. That's what we have here on this last one. I gotta add the namespace here, CH. And this should be okay. Let's see. We got okay, we're clean here. We'll do lure C4. There we go. Did not work. Okay, but it did show. So something went wrong. Let's look at the thing here. Place lure, performing, running, ID was 17, matches here. Maybe I sent the wrong ID. Let's output the ID name just so we know it's the right one. So we have the source ID. We have it here, source ID. Output it, just so we know. Each send message. Lure transform data. Oh, because it says create input. I sent the wrong data there, buddies. I need to send the transform data. So let's go to the raw generator. Get the right name for that. Go. Transform. I needed this up in here because I just copied this line real quick, but I updated the data, but I forgot to update the actual command, and we're missing on line 32. Okay, we're missing that. Try this again, folks. Delete this. Hey, oh, look at you, Rich. You got me there. Oh, look, it went too far. 960. Oh, you know why? Because the canvas, this canvas is 720. So the math was wrong. So let's redo the math. Don't worry, it's not a lot of math. My calculator. So we have 720. 720 divided by 4 is 180. That's what we need. Here. Instead of 240. And I'm repeating myself, but like we'll forget. 180. Wow. Oh, I didn't save and compile. Oh, shoot. Where is it? 720. It's too far. The math is bad, guys. The math is bad, but look, it's closer. Yeah, of course it's bad because the origin is up here. Right, so we need to have it up here, which is minus whatever the sprite size is. Okay. You dig? You dig? Right. So that means if it's A1, it would be 180 minus whatever the sprite size is. What is the sprite size? It is 112. So that's what we're gonna do. 80. 12. We can add brackets here to make it more clear, like the order of operations, but the compiler knows. That looks fine. Wow. Remove this one more time. I'm so sorry, guys. My brain fried. There we go. There we go. So now if we do, let's say C3, there's a new one there. And then C2, there's a new one there, and finally C1, new one there. So if we did A to H, it would just be along the x-axis. And again, we're going to be checking, did the user already put a lure? Then ignore it, right? Or is the lure already in that spot? Ignore it, right? And then maybe I'll even add a little label underneath the sprite saying who dropped the lure there, right? We can do all kinds of stuff. I showed you today. I focus on the code aspect of it. Mostly we did everything here. But if this isn't for you, there's always the sub action way. The only reason we went into the code for the to start is this create input. This part, there's no sub action for this right now. We have to do this with raw. But after we got here, I could have gone back out and done the rest with scene actions. I think scene action, scene item transform, I might have had to go back into the raw, but all this other stuff could have been done in sub actions, because you can once you have certain variables in there, you can just add them as arguments. There's a set argument function. Let me show you here. Where is it? Set argument right here. So I set argument current Pokemon, and then whatever the Pokemon.name was. Outside of this, the next step after this execute C# code, current Pokemon would be one of the available arguments. So that's what that does, right? So that's how you go in and out of the code. But once I'm in C# code, I'm like, why do I need to go out? I could do everything in the code, right? That's me personally. That's why I decided to stay in here, because I'm already in, right? I could set up everything with regular sub actions, but then once the sub action I'm using is execute C# code, might as well just stay in here and do it all in here. Normally the troubleshooting wouldn't take this long, because I would know that there is no 5 my fault, right? The first thing we did was check 1 to 4, right? We're checking 1 to 4, and I kept doing A5, and we wasted a lot of time there. Maybe when I post this on YouTube, I'll cut that part out. At least just that part when you know, when I start saying A5 and then when I figure out, oh damn, it's A5, maybe I'll cut that part out. But other than that, I hope you had a good time. I hope I didn't scare anybody away from you know, scripting in OBS, because like really, like there's so many streamers out there. Just so many streamers out there. Hold on, let me switch up here. There's so many streamers out there, and they're good. You know, like they have fun streams. They get good personality. You know, the content, the actual like content that they're showing or doing is great, but like it's missing something, like just something a little bit something. And a little bit of scripting can go a long way, right? I don't have the greatest stream in the world, but like people message me saying, oh, I like even when I did something as simple as having the audio duck automatically as I speak. But like this was way back when I did my first stream with what was it? Sakura Wars. Someone messaged me, he's like, yo, I like how you automated the ducking. And I was like, that's the simplest thing to do. That's just a filter. But yeah, any little thing can help. We're actually, it's not working. I got rid of that fail message. So yeah, I'm tired. I'm sure you're tired. This was a long one. I was hoping to not end at 11. But yeah, next time we might play a game, or we might do some Game Maker Studio tutorial that Benjamin Rivers made a couple years ago, and we'll have some fun. There you go, C3. So that probably overwrote one of the 3s here. Oh no, you know what? Because we already had a C3. So the code needs to tell us, oh, there's already a C3, or it should just ignore it. You know what I mean? Or it should make sure, did I just break something by trying to add another C3? Right? We should figure that out. But we don't need to go into that detail today. I need to stop talking. Should we raid somebody? There's only 4 of us left, but let's quickly raid somebody. Get out of here. All right. Come on, guys. And again, if you're watching this on YouTube or the VOD on Twitch, like seriously, just ask any questions. I'm sure I've gone through something super quick. Who's on right now? Ow. Let's go to Forgotten VCR. Mute this. Again, Forgotten VCR, always a good time. We've rated them a bunch of times before. I'm gonna, you know how they have the ninja? I'm gonna, if there's a new trailer for a movie about a sloth that kills people, you need to check out that trailer. But they scream alpha out a lot, so I might take some of those samples and sprinkle them into the stream. Raid on VCR. There we go. I'm gonna go to the thank you page. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for all the follows, and also thank you to the people who followed after my last stream. I had like 2 or 3 people follow. And then thank you for the raid, TD, Terrier Darts. Did we shout them out? I'm gonna shout out Terror. There we go. Kamega, have a good one. Alpha. Kamega will be streaming tomorrow around 4:30ish, I think. Check him out. Rich, thank you again, hanging out. Blaza, everyone else that's still out there lurking. Be safe. Have a good one. And maybe I'll do an impromptu stream because I want to play some more Street Fighter. Keep it locked. Tell your friends, Extra Life is coming. Bye.